Hello, everyone. Welcome to Let's Talk Therapy. Hashtag Let's Heal. At this time, I need everybody just to take a deep breath in. And let it out slowly. I pray that I am wherever it is you need me to be in this moment. To whoever is listening in today, I pray that God use me in any way he needs to use me. I pray that he remove me and all my biases out of this conversation that I'm getting ready to have, and let me be a vessel. Let me be a vessel in whatever way he needs me to. I ask that he open up whoever needs to open up their heart at this time. Lord, I ask that you just fill the room. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Hello, welcome, everyone. This is the first show. This is the first official show of Let's Talk Therapy. I'm your girl, Mikkel Daniels, but they call me Therapist Daniels. At this time, I just want to give us a disclosure that this show may have topics in it that may be triggering for anyone. I ask that you seek out help. Hello, Dion Barnes is in the building. Welcome. And I just really want to disclose that this conversations that we may have may be triggering to some. So make sure that you're checking in with yourself and make sure that you're really doing what you need to do. If you feel that you are triggered, feel free to remove yourself from the platform, not in a disrespectful way, just because I understand that something you may not even think triggers you may trigger you. Just remove yourself, because I'm going to speak freely. But with that being said, I just want to welcome everyone. I got that disclosure out of the way. This show is sponsored by, we got to shout out our sponsors. This show is sponsored by Glow Services, as well as Glow 414. Glow 414 is an organization that really works on the social and emotional needs of our young ladies. And they found fit that we definitely to spread more awareness when it comes to therapy. So shout out to Glow 414. You can find more information at glow414.org. And you also can click the donate button to donate if you feel it in your heart to do so. So I want to start this show off. This is my first ever show. And I was going to have a guest, but I was like, nah, I ain't gonna have a guest. I just want to really speak to my people. And the reason why I want to speak to my people is because of the reason why I even started Let's Talk Therapy. But before I get into that, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. So my name is Mikkel Daniels, and I grew up in 53206. I often shout that zip code out because oftentimes we're told that we're not going to be anything. And just riding around there recently, it's just like a feeling you get when you're in the inner city. It's like a doom feeling in a way. So for me to grow up there and just really be, told different things. Like when I was a teenage mom, I often shared that I was told I wasn't going to make it by different professionals that was in my life, as well as cousins and things like that. So it's like, even though you're human, sometimes you start to believe that. You start to question your own self, but I didn't let it stop me. So I just wanted to tell a little bit of background about where I grew up. And the reason why I am who I am right now is because of those things. So a little bit more about me is I'm a licensed clinical therapist. And the reason why I became a licensed clinical therapist is because I want to break the stigma on therapy. I really want to focus on mental health. I really want us to heal. And as I go through my healing journey, I was like, wow, I need to start a show, because if I can get more people to just feel like I feel, it would be so amazing. So I didn't start it only for the mental health part. I really started it for the healing part. And sometimes healing, it goes hand in hand with mental health, but sometimes those can be one of two things. Maybe you're not dealing with mental health in order for you to heal. Maybe you just need to heal and get over something. So that's why I really started this show. Now, another thing, I got my notes. This is the first show, y'all. So excuse this. We're gonna get it together though. But why did I start the show? So you got a little bit about who I am. I am a mother of 4 beautiful babies. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I have my organization Glow as well as Glow Services. I plan that family. So I got my network company. I'm a travel business owner. I'm a real estate investor, as well as I have my own trucking company, just a serial entrepreneur. So I just find it time where I needed a mental break, because when I play those roles, when I show up as Therapist Daniels, or when I show up as the CEO and the founder of Glow 414, a lot of people don't understand the things that I went through behind the scenes, or I constantly still go through behind the scenes. Recently divorced, so just going through that whole process for like 3 years. No one ever really knew what I was going through behind the closed doors, because the roles that I share, I have to show up as a healer. So one of the most difficult things for me to do was go through my own hurdles, go through my own hurt in private, but still have to show up for other people to help heal them. And is something in the power of, that's when I started realizing my power, because there's something in power and strength for you to help change someone's life in a good way while yours is crumbling, while you're going through so many things, while when you shut the door at night, you just want to lay in the bed and sometimes not get out the bed, but you can't tell anyone because you're Therapist Daniels, or you can't tell anyone because you're the Glow lady, you're the founder, you're the one who's supposed to sprinkle the glow for everyone. So this is how I felt. So how dare you tell someone if you're not feeling glowful and you need them to help you spark your glow, or if you don't have it all in your mental because you don't want to get out the bed, or you're feeling depressed, or you're not feeling like yourself. I feel like I couldn't speak out because of the roles I held. So in me finding myself and me feeling like I hit rock bottom, I had no choice but to go back to the source that I grew up on, which was God, and really just figure out why am I going through a lot of stuff like this? What is it that you need me to see, Lord? And just surrendering myself. In that surrendering myself and being open to the universe, I learned so much. I was able to wake up and just really, really, really see what it is that God needs me to do. And I owned that. And when I owned that, I was going to go through this journey of healing, no matter what, no matter how bad I felt. It was some things I didn't like about myself. It was some things that I was like, you do that? But I hadn't realized that because I was just wearing this mask, constantly wearing this mask, showing up how I needed to show up for everyone else. I wasn't showing up how I needed to show up for myself, because I felt bad, because I'm a giver. So I felt bad. So that's another reason why I did Let's Talk Therapy, because I'm also healing. I'm also on my healing journey, and I guarantee I can resonate with others. So if they see a face like mine that to the outside world is this perfect thing, or this glow for lady, or things like that, a therapist, a clinical licensed therapist, if they see me in my vulnerable state, and if I can share with them some things I go through behind closed doors, that in itself can be healing for them. That in itself can be like, wow, if she did it, I can do it too. And then on the other side, with my professional hat, me being a therapist, I want to break the stigma on mental health. I want to break the stigma of awareness. Like, I want it to be okay if someone's not feeling well. I don't care what society look at them and think that they are. I want it to be okay for them to know that they're not perfect. You don't have to be perfect. So if I have to be the face to let people know therapy is not this secret thing, you see how I'm dressed? I got suits for days in the closet, but I didn't want to show up that way. I wanted to show up as Therapist Mikkel Daniels, my way, the authentic version of myself, so people can start realizing that therapy is not this scary thing. Therapy can just be a conversation. Let's talk therapy. Let's heal. We can just have a conversation. So if it's okay with y'all, for the first two episodes of my show, today being the first one, next week being the second one, I just want to have a conversation with you, because I really want to build a rapport with my audience. I really want to get that connection. If we don't got that connection, how can I get through to you? So I'm just here to just talk today. So that's why I started Let's Talk Therapy. And that's what I'm hoping to do. I'm hoping just to bring awareness to what mental health is, what it's not, the myths. I'm here to talk about healing stuff. I'm here to talk about spiritual things. Some of my guests, I will sometimes have guests, most of the time, sometimes I won't. But the guests that I have, it has to be impactful for my audience, because I care that much. I'm pouring out because whoever needs to see this, whoever's feeling it in their soul or their spirit or their stomach that they're supposed to be here, that means that you're my audience, you're my target audience. So I need to build a rapport with you. So I'm gonna have guests on here. We're gonna talk about things that's taboo. We're gonna raise some controversy, not in a bad way, but things that people may be feeling. Like, even for an example, the churches and religions and spiritual connection and being woke and really tapping into who you really are, and understanding that us living here is just a human experience. We're really soulful. We're going to talk about things like that. But first, I got to let y'all warm up to me. I got to build y'all trust first. I got to, get you open. You know how a guy might do, swindle you, date you, and court you for a little bit before they boom. Then So I got to court y'all a little bit. Is that all right? Let me court y'all a little bit. So with that being said, now that you know a little bit about me, now that you know about my intentions, why did I start this show? It's not going to be like any other show. I'm not trying to be in nobody's box, because I ain't never been that, and I won't start being that. I'm a vessel. I got one assignment, and that's to help heal you. How that looks for anybody else, that's not my concern. I know how it looks for the vision he gave me. So that's my biggest concern. If it resonates with you, if you're feeling this, then I ask for you to join me every single Sunday around 4-ish. Now, shout out to my mentor. She's watching. If she say 4, she fall on the dot. Hit that share button if y'all feel like, if it ain't for you, if you feel like it's not for you, but you may know somebody, hit that share button. But she 4, I'm 4-ish. So around 4-ish, within, 4:10-ish, give me 10-minute grace zone, you will see me live, because I care that much. But again, I want people here that's open and who is here for it. I'm not here about the numbers. I don't care if it's one person on here. Whoever that is, I want it to be the person that's supposed to hear my voice. So with that being said, let me tell y'all our topic. Our topic for the day is removing the mask. Remove the mask. So a lot of people, when I used to say that, didn't understand what I meant when I said, like, remove the mask. And what that means is I realized that I wear a mask a lot. A lot of people get defensive and think they don't wear a mask. We all wear a mask. Just think about it. When you get out the bed and you get yourself together, as soon as you hit that door, especially if you're a professional, whether that's an entrepreneur or a professional, you put on some type of mask. Like when you go in certain boardrooms, you got to put on this mask of being this person. Or just think about how many people every day be like, how you doing? And you're like, oh, I'm good. How you doing? Are you really good? Or are you just saying that because you're used to saying that? Or are you just saying that because you really don't want the world to know who you really are? Or just think about, I'll use myself for an example. When I'm showing up in my network marketing events, I'm showing up as Coach Mikkel Daniels. That's another mask for me. That's a part of who I am. Don't get me wrong, because I am who I am, but it's another mask, meaning they don't care about the clients I might have had before, the audience. They came to see a presentation. So they don't really care about the conversations I had prior to being Coach Mikkel, or the therapist I had to assist from hanging theirself or attempting to hang theirself 30 minutes before I got there to be Coach Mikkel. They expect me to show up as Coach Mikkel. In order for me to do that, I have to put on mask. I have to put on the Coach Mikkel Daniels mask. So the mask is not always a negative thing. We all do it. You got to present yourself a certain way. That's called putting the mask on. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, but what I'm here to do is tell you to remove that mask, because if you don't frequently remove your mask, meaning when you go back in the house, remove your mask, then you become so disassociated. That's the word for you, disassociated, which means you're detached. An example of disassociation is, have you ever rolled like on the highway going somewhere, and then all of a sudden your exit come up and you're like, dang, what was I doing? That came up fast. You had zoned out. That's disassociating. So the more you wear your mask, the more you disassociate from your reality. And a lot of the times, a lot of us don't even know who we are because we wear that mask so well. And other people might be like, she this, or he this, or they this, or whatever, but you don't even realize that you're in denial because you wear your mask so much that you don't even know who you are underneath that. So I say remove the mask, because in order for you to really heal, in order for you to really change, you have to look yourself in the mirror, accept those ugly truths about yourself, accept those good truths about yourself. But if you don't remove your mask and really look at yourself without that mask, how could you truly heal if you don't even know who you are? How could you truly heal? And I'll take you here with girls or guys looking for a relationship. How do you expect someone to love you or love you, the real you, if you don't even know who the real you are? How do you expect them to know who the real you are? So you need to look at yourself in that mirror and really see what it is that you like about yourself, what you want to grow about yourself, and what you don't like about yourself. If you're going through trauma or things are still bothering you, it's okay. But how do you know it's okay if you're not removing your mask? You can pretend for the rest of your life that it's okay, but if you're not removing that mask, I'm sorry to tell you, you're never going to heal. How could you? How could you heal if you're not even being true with yourself? So I dare you to remove the mask. At the end of every show I have, there's going to be an assignment because I love giving homework. Today's episode assignment is I dare you to remove the mask. I'm not saying remove it in front of everyone else. This is some self-healing we're going to do. We'll get to the point where we can remove it from everyone else. But first, I want to build your positive neural network. And what that is the things you're telling yourself. So first, I dare you to remove the mask. I dare you to go in your home or go anywhere and literally look yourself in the mirror and really identify who you are. It may not happen right away. It might not happen the second time or the third time, but get a sense of who you are. And once you get a sense of who you are, guess what? You can change that. You can alter that. So get a sense of who you are and begin to take the healing process, which is identify who you are, think about the things you want to change, and start working on it. Get a mental health check-in. Ask around about therapy. Ask around about healers. Like, it don't necessarily have to be therapy. Pray about it. Don't just pray about it, though. Do your things. Really tap into that thing and understand who you are. If you can't do that, then you're never going to reach your ultimate version. You can pretend as though you're happy, but you're not going to be happy. You're just walking around in this bubble, disassociated with the world. You're going to always wake up being upset, having an attitude for no reason, being irritable for no reason. We all got that friend where like, here comes Sally. Y'all already know she's going to complain about something. Or here comes John. Y'all know he going to talk about how bad his day was after y'all done had a good mood. Why? That's because Johnny and Sally ain't happy with themselves. Why? Because they always got to put on this mask. They're not in tune with what reality is. So my challenge for you is to remove that mask, not for everybody else, but for yourself. You got to be true to yourself. So that's what I want to leave y'all with. It's just the mask. Remove that mask. Each and every episode, I will have a topic for you. This episode is remove the mask. Remember what I mean. Self-check yourself. Am I wearing this mask? Am I really being an authentic version of me? Fall in love with yourself. Fall in love with yourself. And when you fall in love with yourself, the world begins to look different. Know who yourself is. The world begins to look different. So remove that mask. That's my homework. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I know it's a short one, but I just wanted to introduce myself to you guys, let you know what Let's Talk Therapy is all about. We're going to get it cracking. We're going to add some music. We're going to add halftime shows, sponsors, videos. I'm naming it. I'm manifesting all of that. But I want y'all to know that I'm here to build that rapport with y'all. I'm here to get to know you. I want this to be a community. I want us to be open and willing to really heal together. I want the hard and the strong friends to be able to say that they're not okay. They're having a depressive type day and it be okay. And they're not judged for that. To let them know that they're just human, just like everybody else. Just because I'm a clinical therapist doesn't mean that I'm a human. Just because I'm a clinical therapist don't mean that I won't go meet up with somebody if they do something to my baby. Like, I'm just being real. Just because I'm the CEO of Glow, I know my triggers though. So of course how do I know that? Because I removed my mask and I got true with myself. It was some things I didn't like about myself. It was some things I was like, ugh, I do that. I get down on people who do that. I talk stuff about people who do that, but I do that. I didn't know that because I wear my mask so well, but I changed those things. So you got to know yourself. You got to know yourself and know that you are human and it is okay. Those things you scared to show, if you don't like them, change them. Don't be fake about it. Don't run from it. And if you like it, be who you are. I almost cussed, but I said I wasn't going to cuss on this show. I'm at least do that thing. I might slip up now. Don't hold me. Don't rewind the first show and be like, you said you weren't going to cuss and none of that. But I'm wrapping up. Truly, I want y'all to know that I love y'all for free. Let's heal together. Let's for real heal. None of that fake spiritual stuff. Let's for real here to go together. Let's heal. Let's talk therapy. See y'all next week.